I have this strong urge to create videos for YouTube. It eats at me day by day because I long for this. I've been trying so hard to understand and figure out who I am and how I want to take things with YouTube and how I want to create content again. But I'm not really quite sure. And maybe this video won't even see the light of day. Maybe I won't post it, but I want to try. I'm not really sure how this series is going to look. I'm not going to be posting daily. At first, I thought I can do that, but honestly, I feel like I won't have much to talk about every single day. So maybe it will be a weekly series where I just ramble. Maybe I post once a week. Again, I'm not really sure where I want to take things, but I want to try. I love to speak. I love to make videos. Those are two of my favorite things. So I'm just combining them together. I had this idea tonight to kind of set up my camera and just yap. Even if there is a long period of silence before I have anything to say, I will just keep that in the video. And I'm not sure how long I want these videos to be. I'm thinking maybe half an hour because there might be a big chunk of time that is just spent embodying and just feeling myself and, the world around me in this moment. And I know that kind of sounds a little weird and maybe a little out there, but I feel like I'm missing so much because I spend so much time on my phone. And I want to just really get back to how it was when I was a kid. I want to feel more, you know? I want to experience more. And I feel like if I spend my time glued to the screen, I just lose that wonder in my life. And it's been far too long. But something I noticed too is that it's so hard for me to articulate how I'm feeling. So, something that helps me do that is by listening to music. So, I have my headphones on, and during this recording, I am listening to music. So, you caught me. But it helps. It helps me process. It helps me just kind of get back to who I truly am at my core. And it's kind of crazy when I think about it, how much time I spend on my phone. And I just kind of want to talk about this for a bit because it's been years on years. Like, I genuinely can't think back to the beginning when this all started. But one day I was just had a phone, and then I had social media, and I had YouTube, and I spent all my time on these apps. They're free, by the way. But you got to ask yourself, why are they free? Things in life are not just given to you for free. And that is the truth. You got to buy food. You got to pay for water. You got to pay for clothes. You got to pay for a house. You got to pay for all these things. Why is social media free? It's because these apps, they want you. They want you spending your time on these apps because there's advertisements. There's all of these things. There's so many ways they can make money off of your eyes. And that's how they get you. So you got to ask yourself, why are these apps free? And I have been asking myself these questions lately because I feel like I'm going down a dark road. And I've noticed, a trend in my life from my peak happiness to my lowest happiness. And I feel like when I'm on social media, when I use my phone a bunch and I spend my days on day in, day out, just scrolling, days off, I'm just scrolling. I just I feel depressed. I feel kind of caged, kind of locked up. And the reason I've come to realize is I am not doing things that are healthy for me. And I think for people in general, like we're social creatures, we need time to go out into the world and hang out with friends, spend time outdoors. Like we need so many things that this thing can't give you. But it's so easy to get trapped with this because you could buy food on this thing. You could get it delivered right to your door. DoorDash. I use DoorDash quite a bit, but I gotta stop that. I gotta start focusing on my health. I gotta start focusing on what is important to me. And my life is important to me, but I don't want to waste my life. I don't want to waste my life. And I feel like I've been wasting my life. And I think that's just the root of it all. I don't normally cry. I don't normally feel this deeply, but lately I've been going through something. I'm starting to, I want to say, I'm starting to wake up to my problems. So this is me being me. This is me being real for once. Like, this is my life. You are seeing me as I am. I have an apartment. It's a nice apartment, don't get me wrong. But I feel lonely. It's just me here, my girlfriend. She's in Mexico right now, but I miss her. I miss people. And over the past few weeks, I've been laid off from work because, Christmas season, holiday season, they laid us all off, but I'm going back in a few days now, back to work, and I'm excited, but I'm also scared because when I was laid off, I wanted to figure out my place in the world, and I know I gave myself such a big challenge because my world is only just beginning. If you think about it, I'm 22 years old. I'm just a baby in the world's eyes. But I feel so much weight on my shoulders that I have given myself because I feel like something is missing in my life. And I know somebody out there who might be watching this video, if it is posted, might be feeling the same way, where they feel like they're wasting their life. And they want to do something about that. They want to create something. They want to build themselves a life that they can enjoy. And it's easier said than done. It's so much easier said than done. I've made so many mistakes up into this day. I've, how do I put this lightly? I've upset a lot of people in my life over the years. People that are now not even in my life. And I've made mistakes that have even hurt me. And I've come out of it all a better person. And I feel like I'm growing each and every day. I'm trying my best. But sometimes it just gets to me. Sometimes I feel like there's so much more than I can do. And I feel like that's where my problem is I'm not doing enough. So yeah, this video is just me rambling about my life, but it's important to me. It's important to me to talk about my life because I want that to be my legacy. Before I die, whenever that is, I don't know when, but it's bound to happen eventually. That's the only way out of this. You can't take anything with you, but something I do want to leave behind is my legacy. I want to leave behind my memories. I want to leave behind a part of me. So I want to give a part of me to you, the viewer, watching this video, because maybe there is something in this that you relate to. Maybe there is something in my ramblings that resonates with you, because I guarantee that I'm going to talk about a lot of things. Because I might have ADHD for all I know, and I ramble. I talk a lot, but it makes me feel good. It helps me process my life and the things I go through. And I've loved it ever since I started. But it's my goal in life to find meaning for myself, because I feel like my happiness is only something I can control. Like, yeah, I could have $1 million, I could have $1 billion, but I won't be happy. And I've realized that now. And I think I've truly realized that today, because I've spent the whole day in this apartment. I've went out once to get myself dinner. And what I realized is that I could have $10 million right now, but I'm not going to be happy, because something is missing. It's not money. It's not, anything externally. It's so much more internally, because I feel like there's a part of me that is locked behind a door that I'm trying to access, and that is my truth. I love truth. And truth, varies from person to person, because it is subjective. It is something that everyone has a different opinion on. We all have beliefs, we all believe different things, and we all have different truths. But I want to express my truth, and to me, that is the most important truth of them all. Because I'm the one living my life. I'm the one in this body. I'm the one interacting with the camera. I'm the one speaking, and I'm the one living my life. But I'm the only one that's going to take care of myself. And if I'm not happy, which I'm not happy. But because I'm not happy, I need to work on that. So it feels good to vent to YouTube. Hey, YouTube, how's it going? It feels good to vent. It feels good to listen to music and talk and speak my thoughts, even if it goes nowhere. But I want to continue doing this. I want to continue posting videos. I think I'm just going to post a video a week. I don't want to put too much pressure on me, because if I'm being honest, I won't really have a lot of time with work coming up here again. I'm a train conductor, guys. I don't drive the trains, that's the engineer, but I do conduct them, and it's a pretty sweet gig. I'm almost finished training now. I got a couple more weeks of training, and then I'm out on the trains again, and life is going to be as busy as ever. But I hope this is a message to my future self. Maybe one day I will watch this video again when I'm older, and I'll just remember where it all started, because I feel like my life is just starting. I'm 22 years old. I feel like up until this point it's been a blur. I feel like I haven't really discovered who I am, and I feel like I'm still not quite there yet, but I'm closer than ever, if that makes sense. I'm closer than ever to discovering what I want in my life. I got goosebumps, guys. It's making me emotional, because I gotta talk about this now. I believe, when I get goosebumps, that something I said, something I'm feeling, is so truthful, if that makes sense. So when I get goosebumps, I believe I am truly, like, grasping, like, a truth in my life. So maybe one day I'm gonna look back and it's all gonna make sense, and these goosebumps are gonna make sense. Like, yeah, he truly was onto something back then, and maybe in a year from now I will see what that is. But This feels special. It really does. It feels special to yap like this. I haven't done it like this before. I've done it on social media. I've done it in short form. I've never filmed a video that is going to be possibly 30 minutes. We're 15 minutes into this. And I think that's my goal. I want to kind of get anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. But I think I'm just going to keep it simple right now, keep it at 30 minutes. And again, with these videos, I don't like to cut things. I don't like to chop it up. I like to do it as one continuous stream of content. And I think that just makes it more authentic. I think that just makes it, more relatable in the sense because like I'm going to make mistakes during this. I might say certain things that I might like backtrack on and backpedal on because oh wait, maybe that wasn't exactly what I was trying to say. And I feel like that just adds to the energy of it all because I am truly putting myself out there right now. And I don't even know if anyone's going to see this, but that's the beauty of it, right? It's me being vulnerable. I'm putting myself out there. And I've done this before. It's not the first time I've filmed content. It's not the first time I've spoken to a camera. I would like to say I'm pretty natural at it because I've been doing it for so long. And the last time I did this, I grew pretty big on social media. I grew a really big account and I took it as far as I thought I could take it. So I stopped that and I feel like this might be the next thing for me. And maybe that's just the great feeling I'm feeling right now. But I feel like feeling is the greatest indicator of happiness, is how you feel. Just because, like, a great example of this is your job. If you love your job, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to wake up feeling amazing because you're going to work because you love your job. But if you don't feel good at your job, if you don't feel like this is what you're not, this is what you're meant to do, then maybe it isn't what you're meant to do. And it probably isn't because you don't feel like it is. And I've learned a lot in my life up to this point. Like, I do a lot of, meditating. I do a lot of focusing on like my internal world. And what I've realized is that feeling truly is the best indicator for personal fulfillment and just overall general happiness. And when I feel good doing something, I know it's something that I should be doing. Because usually the things I feel good doing and that, continue to last throughout the day is like not something like quick dopamine, like eating a bag of chips, Doritos, or eating a bag of candy. Like, it feels good in the moment, but afterwards you kind of feel a little bit like shit. But this is different because I feel good. And then I continue feeling good even into the next day and possibly the day after that and the day after that. And that's how I know it's a positive thing in my life. And that's how I know it's something I should stick with. And honestly, you guys, I'm going to get a little spiritual right now, but I used to research Dharma, if you know what that is. It's kind of like, I think this is the best way to describe it. It's kind of like purpose. It's kind of like your truest, most meaningful, it's like your truest purpose in life. And I feel like my Dharma in life is making videos. And honestly, I've just had this dream ever since I want to say 12 years old, maybe a little bit younger, of growing a big YouTube channel and just succeeding at that and making that my career. But yeah, I do have a career right now. Don't get me wrong, and I think it's great, but I would rather do this over that any day. And that's just how I know that this is something that is long term for me. I've been stuck recently on this whole social media YouTube game because I've been trying to figure out what I want to do, but I just want to keep it simple. I want to keep things kind of basic in a sense like just, hit the film button, just talk a little bit and post it. Keep it simple. And I feel like that's been my motto lately in the over the past year is just keeping things simple. 2025 was all about, keeping things simple, was keeping things authentic, not like trying to go above and beyond for things that don't really matter. Because what I realize is that when I'm really trying too hard, I'm trying too hard and it takes all the enjoyment out of it. But when I keep things simple, when I really speak with authenticity I feel like that is the most meaningful way to do things because I'm not trying to be something. I'm not trying to be someone. I'm just being myself. And I feel like a lot of us need that today. A lot of us need that sense of authenticity because I feel like social media kind of warps that. I feel like the people you see just online, they kind of warp that feeling of authenticity and they make you think a certain way that life is that perfect. But in reality, it isn't. And it doesn't have to be that perfect. You just got to be yourself. And that is a truth. I'm going to say it right now. I believe that is a truth in life. If you are just your authentic self, wholeheartedly, and you don't even care what other people are going to think, and you just put yourself out there, you're vulnerable, you're going to be happy. That is just a byproduct of that life because authenticity just truly lets you shine. It lets you take what's most true about yourself and take it outside of you for the world to see. And you're a part of that world. You got to realize, like, you're living in this world just like I'm living in this world. We're all co creators on planet Earth here, and we're all just trying our best. And with the way the world's been going lately, it's been getting harder and harder. I feel like you see the news, you see it on social media, you see all the bad things going on, but what you don't see all the time is all the good. And I feel like social media just has this way of showing you more negative things than positive things. And it's so easy to distract yourself on these apps and you just forget how special you are because you are special. You're alive today. The odds of you being alive, like, honestly, I don't even know the number, but I'm going to search it up because the odds of you being alive, the last time I checked, was something that far exceeds even winning the lottery. Odds of being alive. Let's see it right now. It's saying 1 in 10 to the power of 2.685 million. That's insane, guys. The odds of you being alive is like I don't even know how to, I honestly don't even know how to comprehend that because, first of all, I'm kind of dumb. But second of all, because that number is so big, it makes, even me now think about that and just think about how lucky I am to be here today, to experience life today. And that goes for you too. You are lucky to be here today. You are lucky to experience life. Yes, it is challenging. It is so hard sometimes. I know how hard it can be. I've been at my lowest of low. I've hit rock bottom multiple times. I've literally had to sleep in my car. I I I lived in my car for a bit. And it makes me emotional talking about it because that was the lowest time in my life. And it wasn't that long ago that that happened until I got this place of my own. It's tough sometimes. And I know I have it good compared to some others and maybe compared to you out there. Maybe you're looking and listening to what I'm saying and you're just like, this guy has it good. I'm sure I do have it. I honestly know I have it pretty good right now. And I'm so grateful for my life. And I'm so grateful for this realization I've been coming to day in and day out that, you know, there's something else out there for me that I can have and I just got to put myself out there. And it's a great feeling. But, my piece of advice for you, if you're struggling, if you're going through a tough time, I want you to express yourself. I want you to be authentic. I want you to really, really express yourself because I believe the opposite of depression is expression. And I've been through depression. I know what it's like. I lost my dad when I was a kid, when I was 12 years old. And it was the hardest thing that's ever happened to me. I was depressed for years. I almost ended it sometimes. Like there was a time where I honestly didn't think I was going to live another day, but I'm here today. And what helped me get through that was expressing myself. So if you're going through a tough time and you've watched this video up to this point, I want you to express yourself because that is single-handedly the best thing that you could do for yourself. Because all those feelings you feel inside, those feelings that are negative, those feelings that just hurt, that just make you feel numb, you gotta let it out. You gotta cry sometimes. You gotta express yourself. You gotta talk to people. And how I went about that was I poured my heart out to the world, to social media, and it helped me. And maybe that's something you can do, or maybe you just need to talk to somebody you know, talk to a family member, talk to a professional. There's so many ways you can go about this, but I do believe if you express yourself, if you do things that fulfill you, if you find something that you love to do and you express yourself through that process, it will help. It really will help because you deserve to be here. You've earned your right on this earth. So make the most out of it while you're still here. I will say that because there are so many things you can do. You have really the world at your fingertips in the sense like you could go down any path that you see fit, you know? You could be, an athlete. You can play basketball for a living. You can learn the piano. You can take a cooking class. You could become a chef. Like there's really no bounds to what you can do in this life. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. You can do whatever you want to do because you're still alive today. So make the most out of it and enjoy the process. I know it's so easy to get caught up on the future and thinking about the future and thinking about how your life can look one day. But I feel like that just takes away from now. It takes away from the present moment and the experience that you're experiencing in this moment. So while you're watching this video, I want you to really just focus on my words. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the past. Don't think about all the things that are going wrong in your life. Just think about this moment. Think about how powerful it is that you have this experience right now. And the fact that you can even watch this video shows that, you have a lot in your life, a lot compared to some other people out there. And I feel like that is a reason to be grateful. Just the fact that you have access to a phone, you have access to hopefully clean water and a house and clothes and all these great things. And just remember, life only gets better when you focus on the good. Life only gets better when you focus on the positives because positivity is this radiating energy that far expands how you feel. It literally shows itself in others when you interact with them. It shows itself in the world around you because it changes your viewpoint on the world around you. And it really all starts with a thought. It really does. If you start changing the way you think, it'll start changing the way you act and the way your life is. And honestly, I think that's a great way to end this first video. There's been a lot of rambling today. And it feels good. It feels good to have these pauses mixed in with the yapping. I've never been able to speak this long before for, you know, 30 minutes just to a camera without, interacting with someone, but I'm happy I pushed myself today because it feels good. I just feel like I have so much to talk about. And, I'm going to post again next week when you see this video. I'm going to post every single week, once a week, and I think that's just a great way to do things. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you for tuning in this long if you did. I know it was a long one, but I hope it made you smile. Because if that's all I can do is make you smile, then I've served my purpose. And that means more to me than anything else possibly could. Because, first of all, I have a smile on my face doing this. And if you do too, then that's just a bonus, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you. I truly appreciate it.